Once upon a time, there was a sage who, along with his disciple, was on a journey from one village to another, from one city to another. This was their routine. Wherever they halted in the evening, the sage would give a discourse. He was a man of few words and preferred silence. His disciple, on the other hand, had a keen interest in worldly affairs and believed in prying into others' lives. He enjoyed conversing with people, which the sage did not appreciate. The sage did not indulge in poking his nose into others' lives and kept to himself, following his path. One morning, as they were on their travels, they passed by a riverbank where they saw a fisherman catching fish. The sage passed by quietly, but the disciple could not resist and ran to the fisherman to preach nonviolence, telling him that he was committing wrong by harming the fish. Initially, the fisherman did not react much, but as the disciple continued to impart his wisdom, an argument ensued. The fisherman retorted that it was his job and asked why the disciple was interfering. The argument escalated into a fight. The sage, aware of his disciple's habits, came back, took him by the hand, and pulled him away from there. He explained to the disciple that there was no need to get entangled with others. The disciple argued that he was educating the fisherman about nonviolence, and that someone had to reprimand him since even the king had not set any laws for such actions. The sage replied that it was not their place to punish anyone. That would be decided by time itself. 2 years passed, and they found themselves on the same path by the riverbank one morning. The scene had changed. Now there was a snake writhing in pain as ants were biting it. The disciple couldn't stand this sight either and ran to save the snake. However, the sage stopped him again, saying that what was happening should be allowed to happen. He reminded the disciple of their encounter 2 years ago at this very spot. The sage revealed that the snake was once the fisherman who had been catching fish and now, after death, had been reborn as a snake suffering for his past actions. Those fish had become ants. He advised against interfering with karma's justice. The moral of this short story is that good deeds lead to good outcomes and bad deeds lead to bad ones. Remember, it's not just about looking around you, it's also about being mindful of the divine justice above, because when its verdict comes, nothing can be done against it.